Hello everybody, very quick midday video, and this video entitled MSTR is outperforming, and I'm sorry to say because it's down, but it's actually outperforming. It's doing better than Bitcoin right now, and I want to briefly talk about the bank tour that seems to be going on with Fong Lee and Michael Saylor. Before I do, really briefly, we are going through an epic dump right now, an epic dump of risk. The market seems to have convinced itself that anything related to innovation, anything related to growth is bad and is dumping again. And that would be the third time this year, except this time it's very unfortunate, very unwelcome. No Santa rally, no fall rally when you think about all of the influencers who were expecting that. We're hurting. It really sucks. I mean, I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. Even Tate announced a hyperscaler partnership, was up 15% at one point, lost a lot of its gains, right? CleanSpark is likely one of the next players to announce a hyperscaler partnership. The stock is trading at the same level than when you had the prior CEO. They changed the CEO. They thought the CEO was a problem. You put a brand new CEO. The problem remains. These stocks are heavily shorted. There's so much market maker type, shenanigans going on. HIMS is down 4.5%. Why? Because they had an amazing news. They had two insiders buy tons of shares. They have insider buys at HIMS. That's why the stock drops 4%. And Cooler is even worse. Cooler announced a great partnership to start making at-scale AI batteries. The initial reaction on the stock was the correct one. The stock shot up 7-ish, 8-ish%. And then what do we get intraday? It's now down 8%. Intraday, 17% drop on Cooler. It makes absolutely no sense. The market is nuts. The market is crazy, manic depressive. If I was a CEO, the last thing I'd want is to go public. Elon might want to reconsider going public with SpaceX, because quite frankly, this is the last thing I want. How could a stock move 17% in just a day, just on sentiment? This is ridiculous. And Bitcoin has been ridiculous. Bitcoin went up to 90K, dropped like a rock to 85K. The bounce and the going down was all about manipulating the price in order to liquidate the longs and the shorts. And I don't understand why people keep trying to long and short this thing when they know full well they'll be liquidated. Anyways, let's talk about strategy. Strategy only down 3% today when Bitcoin is down 2.28%. So strategy is supposed to be amplified. Bitcoin, clearly we didn't have as big of an amplification to the downside as it should have been. I would expect it to be down more. At 3%, we'll take it. I'm happy. We have a slight compression in MNAV. I wouldn't be surprised to see this number move into the green as we fall less than Bitcoin. Unfortunately, the preferreds are still not activated. Stretch is at 97.57. Nothing is catching a bid. But we are seeing some pretty big clue that perhaps the big ATM that has been going on, perhaps the buying of a bunch of Bitcoin, has to do with Saylor's New York tour, Saylor's bank tour. A few days ago, he posted this picture, and AI, kind of highlighted this is JPmorgan's headquarters. He's inside the JPmorgan building. So he met with JPmorgan. Today, posted another picture, both the CEO and the executive chair meeting at Morgan Stanley. Is there going to be some sort of a Bitcoin-backed instrument that is co-developed between strategy and some of the big banks? Are they going to IPO a bond of some kind, or some new type of preferred, or some new type of equity? I don't know what they're brewing, but when you're meeting with two big investment banks, in my view, it kind of means there's an offering lingering at some point. And maybe it's an offering within those banks, within their financial advisor, or maybe it's an offering to the market in the form of another preferred. But something is brewing, and the confidence that Saylor has highlighted with, $2 billion buys back to back, week after week, twice in a row, that sends something to the market. I think it's bullish, and I think it's the reason why actually MSTR today is outperforming Bitcoin. Again, sorry, because I know it doesn't feel like it in our portfolio, but it is a fact that we are holding up pretty good. Anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.